This is second part of paragraph question which we discussed in the last session. This question again, let's read it. It says that P and Q are integers and alpha, beta be the roots of this equation. And they have defined an like this, where n is 0, 1, 2, and so on. Now they are asking if A4 is 28, then what is P plus 2Q? Now, if you recall the previous part of this question, okay, which I will put the link in the description box, which where we have proved this, we have proved that there is a recursive relation. That means an plus 1 is equal to an plus an minus 1. That is what we proved using the fact that we know that alpha plus beta is negative b by a. Here b is negative 1, so it's 1, and a is also 1. So alpha plus beta is 1, and alpha beta is c by a. Here c is negative 1 and a is 1, so alpha beta is negative 1. Using these relations we actually proved the recursive relation. Now let's use this relation. Now they have given us a4 is 28. Okay, so let's write that. So a4 is 28 is what they have given. Now if I have to boil down into lower terms, okay, what do I use? The recursive relation, of course. Okay, so a4 is what? 2 down, so a3 plus a2, right? Okay, now can I move more down? What is a3? A3 would be a2 plus a1, right? A3 is a2 plus a1. I am using this recursively, this one plus a2. Now what do I end up in getting? 2 a2 plus a1. Can I move more down? Yeah. Okay, so a2 I can write a1 plus a0. Okay, that's all. Okay, I can't move further. So I got this is 3a1 plus 2a0. Okay, and that value is given to me is what? A4 is given to me is 28. Okay, now can you figure out what is a0? Okay, instead of n you put a 0 here, so p alpha to the power 0, so you get p plus q. Beta to the power 0 is also 1. And what's a1? P alpha plus q beta. Okay, we can plug in. So what is alpha beta? I have only this relation, but it was not difficult for us to solve this equation. Okay, let's get that. So alpha is square. Okay, b square minus 4ac, that's plus 4 divided by 2. Okay, so one is alpha, one is beta. Okay, so with a plus sign, let's say it's alpha, and with a minus sign, let's say it's beta. Okay, 1 plus root 5 by 2 is alpha, 1 minus root 5 by 2 is beta. Now let's get here. 3a1 plus 2a0 is equal to 28. Okay, so 3, let's write what is a1. Okay, so a1 is this p alpha. Okay, p, I'm also going to write what is my alpha. Root 5 by 2 plus q times beta, that's 1 minus root 5 by 2. Just now arithmetic, okay, nothing more than that. Plus 2 times a0, so a0 is very simple, that's p plus q, that's equal to 28. Now what should I do? See, here you have rational and irrational numbers, right? What are p and q as are integers? They are not irrationals. Okay, only root 5 is irrational over here. So let's aggregate all the rational ones. Okay, so 3p by 2, right? What else? Here you have 3q by 2 from this and here, and then you have plus 2p plus 2q. Okay, all the rational ones we have aggregated here, and all the irrational ones, root 5 by 2, and then you get, okay, so 3 root 5 by 2 I have taken common. Okay, 3 root 5 by 2, you end up in getting p minus q is equal to 28. Now what do you see? They have given a fact which we haven't read. Okay, so this fact we already know. So here you see that you have a rational number, but on the left hand side you have a, this is rational and this is irrational. This part is irrational part of the number. Okay, so irrational part we don't have, right? There is no irrational right here. So that means I'm going to equate irrational part to 0. Right? So what do I end up in getting? Of course p is equal to q, right? If I equate irrational part to be 0, I get p is equal to q. Okay, now I can use this. Okay, I can use, because the rational part, okay, this is the rational part, 3p by 2 plus 2p, how much is that? 7p by 2. Okay, 7p by 2 plus 7q by 2 is equal to 28. Okay, now I am going to put p and q are same. Okay, so I get 7p is equal to 28, or I get p to be 4. Okay, so I get p to the power 4, p to be 4. What are they asking you? P plus 2q. Okay, p and q are same. P plus 2q is same as, instead of q also I can put a p, so that is 3p. That's 3 times, and p value got to be 4, so you end up in getting a 12. So that's your answer. 12 is your answer.